One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions talk alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. We're going to take a moment of silence for Uncle Bob. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I used to call him all the time, Uncle Dad passed away at 5:30 a.m. Love you, Uncle Bob. Fly high. I have. This isn't the first time. It won't be the last. I cry every time somebody loses a son. And everybody's somebody's kid. Everybody, no matter how old you are somebody's child. And no child should precede a parent in passing. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh, yeah, Mike, I wouldn't miss it.
Oh no, he asked if I was doing the show, and I said, hell yes, I am. I already had the show set up. I already planned it. I already got accidentally loaded the overlay as a background, and that don't work at all. Works great on the phone, but not for the regular.
I had to ask just to make sure you're all right, brother. That's all.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
The Lions are going to continue to exist even if we don't. So,
amen. But at the same time, the news don't stop just because we have problems.
Because we have lives, yeah.
And now I figured out what the fit was that Dan Campbell didn't want. It makes perfect sense now, don't it, BA?
I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess anymore with this organization.
According to an LA Chargers beat writer, there is wording in the contract that he gets to keep 25% of his signing bonus as offensive coordinator if he takes a head coaching job.
Well, that's their dumb ass for doing it. That's all
right. So that's what it was, is that Dan Campbell's like, if you're going to be here, be here. That's the fit problem. He didn't want somebody with one foot out the door already. Because we saw how it just went down and how the players reacted to Ben Johnson leaving, even though they knew it was happening.
But it's something that's going to see. Dan's got this unbelievable expectation of a coach that's going to stay here for 3 or 4 years. Offensive coordinator. If he's a good offensive coordinator, he's going to get a job as a head coach or to that ladder. He said, I want consistency. Well, consistency doesn't mean this guy's going to be here for 1 year. He might be here for 1 year. And if he's a good offensive coordinator, then he might go to a head coaching position. And you have to keep going through the same process.
I am talking about before he even coaches a play in preseason or training camp is what I'm talking about. That's what he didn't want. He says, oh, I don't care if you hire me. I'm still going to take a head coaching interview now. And he was like, well, then screw that. That was the fit problem I'm talking about. I ain't talking about if he fit the offense. An offensive coordinator can adjust to whatever system they get into, but they're going to implement parts of their system anyways, correct? That's what always happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. Just hope this pet zing works out for us. That's all I gotta say.
I think it will. I like what I've read. And if you look at when his top two running backs was healthy, James Conner had 1,000 yards 2 years in a row. This year, he was hurt by week 3. Trey Benson, the backup, the power back that was in between Conner, who has more speed. He's actually more like the Lightning, but he actually breaks tackles better, if that makes more sense. But he came in. The next week, he gets hurt. Then they bring in their UDFA running back that they got. He gets hurt. Now they're hiring bagging clerks and grocery, everything else. Well, with the report that Sam Laporta is supposed to be back before training camp, that's one less that we got to worry about. We haven't heard anything about Brock Wright. I'm pretty sure he's gone. That is why I would bring back Shane Zylstra and probably draft one. We've got 8 picks this draft. Everybody acts like we don't, but it's mostly day 3. We have 2 picks in the first 2 days. We got 6 picks, 4 through 7.
Dr. Evil. I like that, MD.
And I'll put up the statue of the phallus rocket. If that happens. He's a cross between Dr. Evil, Megamind, and Uncle Fester.
Now there was a something I read about the center. One of their centers, the Cardinal centers, is a free agent. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. And then Connor is going to be a free agent. If they let Monty walk, he'd be a good substitute for Monty. And then who was the other guy that they said that they wanted? I can't remember the guy's name, but these are all guys. It was a backup tackle. It was what's his face? To take Dan Skipper's spot because he can fill in all the offensive line. Damn, what the hell is his name? I just had that damn thing. But anyway, yeah, from the Cardinals, they could follow him over there. I mean, that's pretty good. I could deal with that if they get rid of Monty.
I think that writing's on the wall with what Brad Holmes said in his end of season presser. I think Monty wants out, and I don't think it was a usage thing. I think it was he wants to be more of a featured back instead of a. Yes, Mike McDaniels is interviewing for the Bills head coach job too. He's also got an interview lined up with the Raiders. Here's what
he ain't taking that.
No, wait.
Yeah,
Evan Brown.
Was it Evan Brown? No, it wasn't Evan Brown. No, it wasn't Evan Brown.
It's nobody that's been on the Lions yet.
It's a Cardinals player. He's a really good. He's a journeyman too, but he's a really good backup offensive tackle. I put it to you that way.
Hear me out though, B. The Raiders can just throw them a ton of money and just say, stay here to screw LA. Then they don't have a defensive coordinator. They don't have an offensive coordinator.
I wouldn't take that job either. The 2 jobs I wouldn't take right now are Cleveland and the Raiders right now. I would not take either one of those jobs. They're abysmal franchises right now.
Cleveland Browns, if they were smart, they would just promote Jim Schwartz while he's still there under contract as a DC.
That's what they need to do. I think that's the best thing going forward. Froholt is the guy that's the center. Froholt. I knew his name.
He's a Swedish name. He's a Nordic.
Froholt. Froholtsen-Weisen. Let's see. Offensive line. Who we got here? It might be Evan Brown. I don't think it is though. No, it's somebody else because Evan Brown would have stood out to me. It's a tackle. It might be Evan Brown.
Browns are going to have a Madden tournament for their head coaching. Probably. But anyway, for all of you old timers and new timers and everyone else, thanks for joining. I got to try to have fun still.
Let's see. Right Said Fred joined us. What's going on, Right Said Fred? Too sexy for my podcast. Too sexy for my podcast.
But for those that are just joining and missed it, I did a moment of silence earlier. My Uncle Bob, passed away at 5:30 this morning. But I am actually, as soon as I saw that he has 2 head coaching interviews lined up today for Mike McDaniel, I was like, that's why he's not our OC. That's why you don't bring him in. If he's wanting to go and still be a head coach before the first snap of training camp. Actually, Evan Brown was horrible when he left Detroit. He lost his starting position with the Seahawks and got moved to guard, and then
Jonah Williams. That's who it is. Jonah Williams.
Yeah, the one that went from the New York Giants over to Arizona, right?
Yeah. Jonah Williams. That's who it is. I knew it wasn't Evan Brown.
Yeah, as I say, Evan Brown was our backup center that first year of the Dan Campbell regime while Ragnow was hurt, if I remember right. And he was in the last year of his rookie contract, and we let him go to the Seahawks, and he was a starter for all of 3 weeks, if I remember right.
Evan Brown's kind of, he went to Seattle.
And fell apart.
He didn't last long for Seattle, yeah. But yeah, Jonah, I knew it was not Evan Brown. I knew it was like
Jonah Williams,
something like that.
He is a lot like Skipper. And then either way, no matter what we do vet-wise, with all of the vets that are good, because anybody that's young coming off that second contract that's considered good, until it happens, no, we didn't see that about Drew Petzing.
I'm looking. I didn't see anything. What did you post about Petzing, Bill? Because I don't see it on here.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I just scrolled up. But where was I at? Oh, what was I talking about? Whether we get a vet, most of them are going to be aging that become free agents. The good ones that are young usually get re-signed or get a buttload of money.
Yeah.
Which is 2 things we don't have right now. Unless we do some major.
Well, right now, yeah, they're going to do a lot of restructuring. I already see that happening. They're going to do restructuring on Goff's contract and Amon's contract.
We just got $6 million more because Dan Skipper's last year of his contract was a $6 million cap hit with no bonus and no dead cap. So
if Decker retires, we get what? 18 million?
If he retires before, we get less. If he retires after,
if we let him go.
If we got to cut him after June 1st, we'll save 18 million. Yeah, they are trying to move money around to get him. They're working out the contract details. Yeah, everybody says, "Oh, you can't afford the 20 million per year." You got to throw that thinking out because we know that these average per year contracts. Guess what happens? The first couple of years are so cheap, anyone can afford you. It's how much bonus money and guaranteed money they give you down the road. What are the incentives like? Because look at everybody thought, oh man, Penei Sewell's going to make wham. And it comes out he only made $10 million because most of it was incentives and bonus.
And to be truthful about the fact too, there's going to hopefully, we haven't got to the re-signing period yet. But there are some potential free agents out there that are centers that are good centers. Now, yes, they're not exactly young like Linderbaum, but there are some ones that are out there like we can draft a center and just have him play behind him until that we feel that he's going to be good enough to start. But you got free agents out there like that right now, so let's see. There's always Trayvon Diggs.
I don't think technically this is this will be Amon-Ra's second year of the new contract, correct? Because he was drafted in 2021. Last year was his first year of getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
But even if we've signed these vet guys, I still think we need to draft their replacements, because when guys are 28, 29, and 30 years old, which is more than likely the type of vets we can afford. Let's be honest, people. The young guys that are good are expensive. We're going to need somebody to step into their shoes, and you can't have it be a project player like Manu. How do you feel about Drew Petzing? Do you think he'll be a good OC?
Time will tell. That's all I gotta say. I'm just stuck on this whole, trust the process stuff. You didn't trust the process last year, so I gotta feel that I can trust the process again. If you hire this guy and this guy does a good job, then fine, I'll trust the process. But if you blow it, let me be a devil's advocate on this. What happens if he blows this whole situation up? Petzing. He doesn't do better.
It's the last year of their contract.
Who are you talking about?
Dan and Brad. This is the last year of their contract.
So if it fails, you think they're going to get rid of both of them?
Probably. I'd double down on center and tackle, because Skipper's already gone. Manu's a project, and Brad Holmes specifically mentioned that I'm not going to trust our starting tackle job to a project.
Yeah,
Great.
That's
exactly what I wanted to hear at that presser, which means they're going to start losing. But Logan Jones, I think he's a day one starter coming out of college. I just do. Watched a lot of game film.
Well, Mike thinks so too, yeah.
Parker Brailsworth, and you got to give it up for Pat Coogan. Look at the defensive tackles he faced this year. There's some good tackles out there throughout the draft. It's a deep tackle draft, but at the back end of that first round, like I think it's Caleb Lomu and Isaiah World and Drew. Let me look that name up again. Drew something out of Penn State. Those tackles all are at that size where they might translate to better at guard. They are tackles. They were tackles all through college. But in the NFL, because of their size and the way their footwork is, they might translate better at guard. They're not saying they'll be a bad tackle in the NFL. And I hate how people look at that scouting report. Oh, he translates better as a guard. That's what he'll be. You know how many times they've said that and the guy ends up being either an all-pro or a Pro Bowl tackle by year 2 or 3 in their career? Eric Fisher's one. Oh, he has small arms. He'd be better suited at guard because he can't protect. That guy's probably a Hall of Famer. Joe Thomas was another one. They said, great tackle, good footwork, short arms. That type of stuff. He might be better at guard. And they end up having Hall of Fame or all-pro careers. I hate that type of stuff on scouting reports.
I think Green Bay's going to have an interesting offseason, too.
Yeah, losing Hafley. And that defense was a strength until Parsons went down. Let's be real. Because they basically stopped winning. They already had 9 wins after they beat us in Thanksgiving. Right? That was their 9th win.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm looking at the free agency list here, and they got Rasheed Walker to retain. He's a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to want some money. He's going to market values at $20 million for him right now.
They already cut Trevon Diggs. Good for them.
Oh yeah, big deal. Like that was a blip.
I know it was a blip. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Yes, sir. Hey, Steve Israel, is in the building. So no Hafley. Are you guys promoting within, or are you looking for a DC? Because most of the good DCs already landed jobs.
Well, they interviewed Sean McDermott for the DC job,
but I think he's looking for a head coaching job to stick it to the Bills.
Which is, I mean, I would probably, if all the coaches that got fired, I would think that he would have the better chance of getting a head coaching job.
Yep. I mean, and let's remember, Mike Tomlin did not technically get fired.
No, he was resigned
his
his position.
Away. He stepped down. Guys, I know you weren't here, but
what's up, Bo?
My Uncle Bob finally went home to his maker. 5:30 a.m. this morning. So it's all right. I'm making it. I'm doing what I love to do.
I'm just here for the ride, Steve. You know how it is.
Dan Campbell has never fired a coordinator in season. What he does is he strips them of their play calling duties. We saw it with Anthony Lynn. He took over at week 10, which we got a tie and then 3 more wins in the last 7 games. And and he promoted Ben Johnson to passing game coordinator at that time. What team still needed it?
Cleveland, Raiders,
the Raiders,
Buffalo.
God, who else was there?
I think there's 5 teams left, 4 teams left, I think. And those are 3 of them. Where's the other one? Not Atlanta. Baltimore. No, Baltimore got theirs.
Baltimore hired yours
Pittsburgh.
Yesterday.
Pittsburgh is the other one.
Yeah, I said Pittsburgh would be a good one.
Yep.
And Arizona. That's the other one. Arizona.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do need a head coaching position, don't they?
We have, as of this year, with 11 coaching vacancies, we tied. Miami hired Jeff Hafley. They got the defensive coordinator from the Green Bay Packers, and he turned that defense into a strength the last 2 seasons, and now they're going to have to start over again with someone else.
So there is 5 teams that need head coaches. Jesus. Pretty sad they ain't found them yet. I can tell you right now, Cleveland's going to hire Schwartz because nobody wants that job.
Yeah, but the problem is the owner.
There's a petition. That ain't going to happen, though.
Ooh, this is a good one. Victor Falk. Actually, he'll change it a lot. He brings a winning culture in. And he's one of those player ones. And it's going to really help them mentally. You could see it. Mentally, they did not know how to win last year. Look at how many games they lost in the 4th quarter. Look at how they set a record since they started doing the probability of winning because they're involved with all of the online sports betting and you can see it live online. And I think that started, 2015 they started doing that when they first got involved with the first online casino. Isn't that when we bet MGM at the time?
No.
Or Caesars?
I just know that coaching was an issue down the line. It cost the Giants the game against the Lions because had they would have kicked the field goal, that they would have won that game. Right. But they didn't do that. They chose to go for it, and they lost the game. So, yeah, the coaching does matter, and that's going to change. I mean, Kafka is okay. He'd probably be a good offensive coordinator, but he's not going to be a good head coach. Doesn't know how to make those decisions.
Actually, no, because there's wording in that contract that if he gets offered a head coaching job, he's let out of the Vikings contract. That's actually in there that he can take head coaching interviews and still leave. That's in the contract. Ask a Vikings fan; they're pissed about it.
The problem is, though, Brian Flores, if he takes a head coaching job, he's going to he's got to drop all the cases against the teams he's got cases against. So I don't know. That's a moral thing to me. Like I said, I don't think he's going to do that because he'd be a hypocrite to do that. So,
but I'm saying, let's say the Bills don't hire Mike McDaniel for whatever god awful reason, right? And he has an interview, and then he goes to the Raiders for that interview. You throw him enough money, he'll take the job. He wants to be a head coach. That's what I was getting at. It has nothing to do with the team. He took over the Dolphins when they were a trash franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was close to the Saints job last season.
I don't know though. I'm glad he got more.
Yeah, it was good for him. I think Kellen Moore is a better offensive fit, and I think they finally found their QB in Tyler Shook, which means Derek Carr. Bye-bye.
Subricate.
Yes, that is what's hamstringed it. Because he could have been the Giants coach, he could have been Baltimore's coach and everything else. Yep, that's happening today. But Mike McDaniels took an interview with the Bills and the Raiders after just signing as the OC of the San Diego Chargers. And I think that is what ultimately stopped him from being our offensive coordinator.
Flores would be a really good pick for Pittsburgh if they get him as a head coach. He'd be perfect for that job.
I think so too. Or
because they always usually get when they hire head coaches or they develop head coaches, whatever they do, they always get a defensive minded head coach. They don't get an offensive minded head coach. In saying that, they need an offensive coordinator.
Yes, they do.
Because they can keep what's his face as a defensive coordinator. They just got to get rid of the offensive coordinator. Well, the offensive coordinator, didn't they fire him too?
Who's that?
Or is he still the offensive coordinator for Pittsburgh? Did they fire him, or is he just going out looking for jobs?
He's gone. Arthur Smith is fired.
Good. That dude is
Terrell Austin is too, because Terrell Austin was trash.
Yeah.
He's a bad coordinator.
He's all right. He was all right for the Lions. He just wasn't all
for
right
one year. For 1 year. And then after that, after you took away the shiny toys that Schwartz and Mayhew put on this roster, that they refused to resign after that.
I should trade the first pick.
Thank you, Bo. Good to see you, brother.
All right, Bo.
Arthur Smith is a joke head coach and OC. He was the one guy when I saw him on the list of the interviewees last week, I was like, oh, God, please, no.
That was a good hire by Dallas, by the way. That Christian Parker guy.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good things about him.
He was the defensive passing game coordinator and DB coach last year for the Eagles. Last 2 years, actually. He's been there 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Signetti's not leaving college.
Yeah, he's not leaving college.
I wish people would stop putting that bullshit out there about, oh, he's going to leave college to go to the pros. He's off the Saban tree. Go look it up. He's had 24 assistants. 4 of them have came to the NFL. And you know what all 4 of them have done? Exactly like Nick Saban. Failed at the NFL level and went back to college. They belong in college football. Let some of the guys that belong there stay there. Chip Kelly was another one. He was a great head coach and coordinator in college. Came to the NFL and was complete trash. You saw that last year with the Raiders.
I don't know if they definitely need a veteran quarterback. I think they could. They took a chance on Will Howard. It's time to see what he can do. I mean, if they got a competent coach and they got a competent offensive coordinator, I think they'll be fine. Because I think their defense will make a comeback next year. Just because they'll be refreshed. They got rid of Terrell Austin. So
I'm telling you, if I was the Raiders, when I interviewed Mike McDaniel, he wouldn't leave the office. Yeah,
that's what we said.
Because I know for head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not letting him be an OC in my division. We know he's a good OC. Mm-hmm. We don't know what he is as a head coach.
We know what he is as a head coach. We know what McDaniel is as a head coach. Urban Meyer. What?
Urban Meyer is great, right? Urban Meyer is great where he's at, causing headlines.
That would be good. See, that would be a good thing. If Minter brung Kingsbury to Baltimore with him, that would be awesome.
See, I love how people call Jesse Minter a Michigan man. He coached here 1 year or 2 years as a defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. He was a defensive linebackers coach with the Ravens for years before he ever got to Michigan. The guy's a Baltimore man that went back to Baltimore. I don't like the closed-mindedness of us Michigan fans because I don't remember Jesse Minter as a player.
No, he was a defensive coordinator for us for a year.
Right, 1 year.
And he changed places with McDonald because I think McDonald came in after he went to what was it the other way around? So McDonald did Minter or Minter did McDonald? When we had either one of those coaches. So
I don't call a guy that was an assistant on the team or a coordinator when it was Jim Harbaugh's team. I get it. He won a national championship with us. He was here for a year. It was a blip.
Yeah, it was a good blip.
Are you waiting for Jim Leonard? No, Sean McDermott didn't want the job because he wants to be a head coach. And I totally get that because the guy had a 70% win percentage there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are going to have to bite the bullet and might not be bringing Raheem Morris. He's a great defensive coordinator. He sucks as a head coach.
Yeah. I mean, the head coaching thing is going to just hang over his head for a minute, but I would say that he's a good DC.
He's not going to develop a quarterback. He's a defensive coach.
Oh, no. He's a defensive minded coach. Yeah.
He was a linebackers coach for the Ravens behind Mike McDonald there.
And that's why I say Kingsbury would be, he would be a good addition for the OC. Mm-hmm.
You know whose name you didn't see on any of those head coaching interview lists for any team? That's
him.
Kingsbury.
Yep.
Why? And I'll repeat it again.
Because he failed in Arizona.
15 years of total head coaching experience between college and pros, and they call it the Kingsbury flop for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Al Harris would be good for you guys. That would be a hell of a damn hire right there. Isn't Al Harris a cornerbacks coach right now?
Yeah, he's a cornerback coach.
For Green Bay, ain't it?
I don't know if is he the one that is on there. Is he on their staff? I don't know their staff.
Steve, is Al Harris your cornerbacks coach, or is he on another team as a cornerback? I know he's a cornerbacks coach.
I only tried to really know ours.
Eagles?
Yeah, he's interviewing.
Okay. I mean, he's
with the Bears. Hey, look at all the turnovers.
Bears. That's what I'm saying.
Look at all the turnovers they got.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Something your team struggled with this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, you actually have players that have that. You got to get better corners.
No, but they still have mechanics who actually.
They got great safeties. It's just their corners are ass.
Jim Leonard or Bryant Hines, they would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that McDaniels has 2 head coaching interviews coming up, I think that's what he said. Are you committed to being an offensive coordinator? And when he said no, that's why he didn't get here.
Bill, I can't even defend that. No more. I thought he was going to go to Dallas and make a difference because he was a very defensive mind coach. I'm not talking about to the negative, JB. I'm talking to the positive. Chicago, he did a good job. He you could tell his presence when he left, how bad that defense played after he left. But I thought he'd go to Dallas and make a difference, and he didn't. So, oops.
Oh, he made a difference. I saw a difference in that defense. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they sucked.
Amen.
Worse.
They sucked almost as bad as the Bears did the 3 years he was with them.
I'm surprised Hafley left as a head coach, to tell you the truth, for the fact that he has a loaded frontline defense right now. And you get, Devontae Wynn back, and you get Parsons back next season. That defense is just going to be as good as it was this season in the beginning.
What's the hang up in Pittsburgh? I don't know. It just seems like nobody wants to go there. If I was McDermott, I'd want to go there. If I was McDermott, I'd want to go there.
If I was Flores, I'd want to go there.
Either one. But Flores has to drop his cases. And I think that's why he had the interview and didn't get called back for a second one. Remember, he was
Flores got called back for a second interview in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. But that must have happened this week then, or earlier in the week. Because I know as of last week, he only had like one interview with each one of them.
I had a second interview.
Oh, I would not do that.
What the hell? I mean, they're giving Phillip Rivers a chance. What the heck?
Oh, McCarthy did interview there.
McCarthy did interview for Pittsburgh. Yep.
They've had a lot of interviews.
I don't think that's a good fit, though, for McCarthy.
I'm telling you, if they hire McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers re-signs a week later. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
And because that was a suggestion. The suggestion to interview him came from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers influencing.
But to hire a coach just to
9 p.m. like every week.
Yeah, thanks for the inbox there, Mike. I gotta respond to you, but thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, Mike's a great guy.
Yeah. MDE, man. MDE. Yeah, Mark McCarthy's not a very good hire for Pittsburgh. And if they want to hire him just to retain Aaron Rodgers, that's going to be the biggest mistake they're going to have. He needs to go to a different team. Hell, I mean, the Raiders might be good for him. Oh, you know what? Actually, Arizona might be a good fit for McCarthy.
Arizona would be a great fit for McCarthy.
Yeah.
He would just have to bring in a really good defensive-minded coach.
Mm-hmm. And there's a couple out there.
There are.
What if he goes there and brings back Gannon as a defensive coordinator?
Hey, that wouldn't. There's another name that isn't being mentioned.
Yeah.
DC job. Gannon was a great defensive coordinator before he became a head coach.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
I still like how he messed up his words in that introductory speech to the team, and they made that go viral because of Hard Knocks that year. Remember that? Oh my God, that was hilarious because he flipped it, and he was trying to give him a positive mindset, and the way he said it, the words back. Oh, there's a lot of people that are pissed off because of it. But Mike McDaniel taking head coaching jobs and might leave LA still before he even coaches. That's why he's not here. Mm-hmm. I guarantee it. That's why he's not here. That, and plus he doesn't use a zone blocking scheme in Miami. Go look at it. They do more of the man-to-man blocking scheme. We're a zone blocking team. Drew Pensing with Arizona ran a zone blocking scheme. He also used 12 and 13 man personnel. He used a lot of play action when the running game was working. The problem is everybody on that roster was so injured. They were playing Michael Carter, the failed running back out of North Carolina that couldn't make it on the Jets by the end of the season.
That's one season. Sorry. I'll look at all his seasons.
Oh, he goes, I'm just kidding. He goes, I'm just kidding. I laugh at Lions fans who say that. That's funny.
He's not going to the Browns, Bill. He ain't doing that.
Wasn't that also one of the interviews that Pittsburgh did last week? It wasn't prime time on there.
I don't even know why Deion Sanders thinks it in his head he's going to be coaching. He thinks college is terrible on his body right now. Wait until he gets to the NFL and starts to coach. That's worse. So I just don't see him taking a head coaching job anywhere right now. He needs to chill the hell out, get his body together, because he's got a lot of physical issues right now. I mean, it'd be cool if it was a normal Deion Sanders, if he was a fit guy and everything like that, that would be great hire. But he's not like that. I mean, his body is breaking down.
I'm going to say this now. The temperature in Burton is dropping faster than a girl's panties that next to a naval base on payday when she's a hooker.
That would give indication that it was getting warm outside. Hot and panties. There you go.
Feels like it's negative 18 degrees right now.
Yep. It just went up to 4 degrees.
Down there where you're at, it's at 4. You're a little further south. That hour south makes a difference. That's 3 degrees.
It still says it feels like 15 outside, though. Minus
negative
15.
Yeah, mine's negative 18. This weather can go EAD. You know what EAD stands for? Their PA?
EAD?
EAD.
Yeah.
This weather can do that.
ETA, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Eat a fella symbol.
I mean, I'm with you on that, but I mean, the OC hire's got to be better than Dan Campbell. That's all I got to say. I don't mind if you get Dan Campbell cannot have that OC no more. I'm tired of that.
I think.
Yeah, I see who the MVP candidates are. Stafford, May, Allen. Who else?
I don't even know.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, and Christian McCaffrey.
Right now, I think
it's not going to get.
Right now, I think it's Drake Mays to lose.
I think it's Stafford's to lose. I think Stafford's going to win it just because he's the old guy. He's doing that at 30-something, 38. What? How old he's now? 34, 38 years old, and he's doing that? Shit. Drake May's got a long career.
Here are your NFL Honors Coach of the Year finalists. Liam Cohen, Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Vrabel, and one Ben Johnson.
You can't argue with any of those coaches.
No, you can't. They all did great things.
They all did great this year.
Liam Cohen took a last place team and made it a first place team. Remember, the Jaguars were so bad they fell behind the Titans.
I mean, basically, that's exactly what what's his face did for New England. He did the same thing, Vrabel. Yep. And Ben Johnson did the same thing. And I think the reason why you got Kyle Shanahan, he had that team doing really well, using duct tape and bubble gum, basically.
What's up, Yenzer?
What up there?
Good to see you, brother. Okay, so your assistant coach of the year finalist, Vic Fangio, Brian Flores, Vance Joseph, Clint Kubiak, and Josh McDaniels.
I think it's going to be a tie between Clint Kubiak and Josh McDaniels. I would probably give the edge to Josh McDaniels. This is going to be funny because both these teams could meet in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that's.
I didn't know you wear glasses, B. He didn't. He just needed some cheaters.
Yeah, I wear glasses. I usually wear contacts, but I have to give my eyes a rest every so often. You know that. You see me with glasses on before, Robbie. Come on, man. You know me for a long time.
I will say, this is the smartest I've seen you look all year.
Don't make me feel any smarter, that's for sure.
Hey, if I didn't have fun with it. And then, okay, we did the MVP. But comeback of the year finalist is Aiden Hutchinson. I love the fact he's there. I don't have the whole list, but I do. I just had those three.
Lawrence is one. Dak is the other. Dak, Lawrence. Who else got hurt last year and made a comeback? Diggs.
Which
and there was one other one I had. Not Travion. Come on, man. Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
Though hey, they might give it to Trevor Lawrence.
They might give it to Trevor, Jack, or Aiden. I think those are the three top ones.
I mean, if you were to, I would say they would give it to Trevor because he's a quarterback, and you know how they love their quarterbacks.
Oh, and CMC's on that list.
CMC, yeah. And
I think CMC might get Offensive Player of the Year. It's going to be him or James Cook. That's my opinion on that. I think the one of those two are.
I think it's JSN. I think JSN gets a hands down,
and I think Puka's on that list too.
Puka's on that list too, yeah.
But I did name the other ones that are on there, right? James Cook and Christian McCaffrey, Puka, JSN.
James Cook would probably be close.
Yeah, because he had almost as many rushing yards as he had receiving yards. Come on now.
Yeah, but JSN was one of the best receivers in the league. Let's see. He was the best receiver in the league. CMC, he's always on this damn comeback player of the year award thing, it seems like. Yeah. Didn't he win one already?
Yes, he did.
I think he did win one already. No, he don't get to win another one.
Remember his first year in San Francisco?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I thought so. Yep,
and I think it's Myles Garrett. I wasn't even listing it because Myles Garrett is there. The only thing Aiden Hutchinson has more than all of those people on the list is pressure. Which that's great.
I know that's right.
I know he's a walking profile. The guy's hurt every other season.
You just put him on crutches as a silhouette with a big ass MASH cross on the side of him. That would be him. Maybe that's what the player, the comeback player of the year should be called, Christian McCaffrey.
And then every time he has to get out his crutches, it plays the theme song from MASH.
Yeah.
Suicide is painless.
Damn. Poor Christian McCaffrey.
That's his nickname. The guy that was always injured in basic training. Profile.
He does have M in the middle of his name, so we can call him Christian Mash McCaffrey.
Yeah. CMC looks like an ambulance running. He runs like a Ford Mustang. Great while it's running, and in the shop the rest of the time.
Ford's found on the road dead. No disrespect to our Lions owners, but you know.
Well, all respect to Sheila Hamp because she legally had the Ford name removed from her name.
That's a damn shame you have that. That's what I thought was real funny. I said, damn, she removed the name. That's got to be telling. I know the Ford family was like, why'd you do that?
So you guys need everything.
Damn.
Trench
There's
play.
A lot of people.
Trench play. I'm going to leave it at
play.
That.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be watching the trench play. I'm not going to really watching the skill set players because we got enough of those. Maybe a couple of corners, but I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to be into that to watching the trench play. Trench play is going to be.
And remember, all of these early mock drafts. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you. He did some research. What's funny is everybody forgets last year when there was 8 coaching vacancies. 6 of those teams did interview Drew Petzing.
Yeah, he didn't get hired though. So
I know.
I'm just saying. I'm not as skeetish as everybody else is about it. I'm not like, hey, yeah, we got Petzing. No, I'm not. I'm not
that guy either. I'm just saying he's not as bad as most Lions fans and podcasters are.
And he's not. And on the switch side, he's not as good as people are making him out to be either. They're just making a comparison based on some stats. But you played for Arizona and do very well. So I mean, you coach for Arizona and do very well. So I'm just saying. you gotta look at both sides of
their problem is defense. It has been defense the entire time. We know that. They've been trying to rebuild that defense for decades.
Well, they had Gannon there for 2 years. And
Yeah.
they had players.
So what does that say about Gannon? He's a defensive coordinator that became a
And
head
he
coach.
didn't.
Couldn't
Well,
coach a
it's the
defense.
same thing I say about McDermott. McDermott's a defensive-minded head coach and couldn't get that defense past the playoffs.
I know.
I mean, I don't have any problem with them firing him. That's what that should have been.
If they'd have used that as the reason when they fired him,
Exactly.
nobody would be bitching right now.
Right. But they had to come out there and put their foot in their mouth.
Well, I remember good old Mr. Bean being there at the combine and being interviewed on NFL Network. Man, that Keon Coleman, that 4.57, he'll look really good in the Bills uniform. He said the words, and then they said, "Oh, McDermott made us draft him."
Yeah, take the focus out of all that stuff.
For the injuries at running back for Arizona, Petzing did good with the offense. That's what I've been trying to say. And think about it. They had a guy that wouldn't start on probably 29 other NFL teams. Jacoby Brissett.
They were good in passing. I think they were, what were they in offensive rankings in passing? They were up there.
7.
Oh, no, they weren't.
7. They were 7.
Total offense? No.
No, passing yard. 7.
Yeah. The Cardinals were 19th overall, 7th passing, 31st rushing.
And they were 31st rushing because they had like 10 different people have to run.
22nd in scoring offense. Red zone.
Yeah. Brock Wright is hurt, and we haven't heard he's going to be able to come back.
They were 9th, and they were that's impressive. They were 9th on third down offense.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
The offense wasn't the issue with Arizona, is what I'm saying. I mean, the running attack was, but that was because they had so many people hurt. Their injury report was eight running backs. Come on now. Their injury reserve.
Well, that and the fact that their offense was a problem to the point where they had that damn Marvin Harrison Jr. kid, man. He had to get
way overrated.
That dude.
Way overrated.
Damn Ohio State people. I swear to God.
Overrated State University produced another overrated player that got drafted way too early. I understand he had the NFL pedigree. He was supposed to be the most NFL-ready wide receiver coming out, is what all the draft experts were saying. Remember that, BA?
Yeah. He went in there by his name. I'm sorry.
He got in by name.
Let me tell you, JSN is an Ohio State Buckeye. He's a really good receiver. There's a whole bunch of really good Ohio State receivers in the league. Their quarterbacks, on the other hand, CJ needs to be replaced. I'm sorry. Houston's got to place that guy.
So the Cowboys get their defensive coordinator. I think he may be good. It's a wait and see. It's his first time as a defensive coordinator, but he was a great defensive backs coach, and he was good at the defensive passing game coordination for Philly.
I think that'll be a definitely upgrade for Dallas. I think they did a wonder there. That was somebody smart and I know it wasn't Jerry Jones's dumbass. Anyway,
no,
we get a free agent tight end. No,
I think we might. We're probably going to get one of those mid-level tight ends because Sam Laporta has reported that he's coming.
I think you're right. I think we're going to draft a tight end,
but I think we're going to draft one late. And a day 3 guy that I love, and we just saw him in the national championship, is Riley Kowalkowski. Watch his name. Kid plays fullback and tight end, and can do both relatively well. Because remember, fullback just isn't running the ball. It's also blocking.
Where will Murray end up? What Murray are you talking about, Steve?
Kyler.
Kyler Murray.
He's going to end up on his couch playing Call of Duty from now on in Modern Warfare because he won't have an NFL job.
He'll go play baseball.
But yes, it is that time where we get to do our favorite thing. And since this smart ass helped raise me, I'm going to do it with his picture up there. We're coming live out of Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good.
Mm.
Fly high, Uncle Bob. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here.
I love the echo, though.
I know, I forgot.
That worked with you. That worked with your flow there.
Or I could talk like this.
No. I'd rather you do the other one, man.
What, the funny one, the really squeaky one?
That one's hilarious. You should go. You should say that. You should say the Flint thing with that.
The water shit. The tires are good.
There you go.
Thank you, Robbie.
Over here.
Fly high, Uncle Bob. That's all I got to say. I'll miss you. I love you, but I know you're in a better place. You're not hurting anymore. Much love to everybody. Thank you for being here. It's appreciative. And BA, thanks to you, brother. And
You got it, JB.
Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love. And we are out.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.